Have you ever tried to study, but after 5 minutes your phone rings? You open one message, then another, and suddenly 1 hour is gone. Or maybe you sit to learn English, but your mind says, I'm tired. Let's check YouTube. Let's take a break. And in the end, nothing gets done. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. I was the same. Many people are the same. Because today, we live in a world full of noise, full of distractions. But here's the truth. The people who win are not always the smartest. They are the ones who can focus. Think about it. Focus is like a superpower. 1 hour of strong focus is more powerful than 5 hours of weak, distracted work. When you focus, you move faster, you learn better, and you feel more confident. In today's story, you will meet Tom, a student just like you. Tom also struggled. He wanted to study, but always got distracted. But one day, he discovered the power of focus, and it changed his life. Maybe today, it will change yours too. Part 1. The problem. Tom is a student. He is just like you. He wants to learn. He wants to do well. He dreams of speaking English clearly. He dreams of good grades in school. But every time Tom sits down to study, something happens. It is evening. Tom sits at his desk. He opens his book. He tells himself, "Today I will study hard." He takes a deep breath. He feels ready. But then, ding, his phone makes a sound. A new message. He looks at the screen. Just 1 minute, he thinks. Just one message. He opens it. He smiles. He answers. Then another message comes. Then another. 10 minutes are gone. Tom closes his phone. He says, "Okay, now I focus." He looks at the book again. But outside his window, children are playing football. He hears their voices. He looks. He wishes he was outside too. His mind goes away. He shakes his head. "No, Tom, focus," he whispers. But inside, he feels tired. He says, "Maybe I will take a small break." He takes his phone again. He scrolls. He laughs at a funny video. But soon, 30 minutes are gone. Now Tom feels heavy. He looks at the clock. Time is moving fast, but his work is not moving. His page is still empty. His lesson is not finished. His dream of learning English feels far away. Tom thinks, "Why am I like this? Why can't I focus? Other students study, other students learn, but me? I waste time." He feels guilty. He feels weak. He feels like he is failing. Maybe you also know this feeling. Maybe you also sit down to learn English, but your phone calls you. Maybe you also try to read, but your mind goes somewhere else. Maybe you also say, "I cannot focus. I cannot study." Tom's problem is not just Tom's problem. It is the problem of millions of people today. Distraction is everywhere. Our phones, our friends, the internet, everything is pulling our attention. We want to focus, but focus is hard. And the worst part? Every time Tom loses focus, he loses confidence. He feels smaller. He feels weaker. He feels like maybe he will never reach his dream. This is the world Tom lives in, a world of noise, a world of distraction, a world where focus feels impossible. But one day, something will change. One day, Tom will discover a secret, a simple secret. Focus is power. And that discovery will change his life forever. But before we see how Tom finds this secret, we must stay with his problem, because his problem is our problem too. We must understand his pain. Only then will the lesson make sense. So ask yourself, do you also feel like Tom? Do you also fight with your phone?
Do you also waste time and feel bad? If yes, then you are ready to learn. You are ready for Tom's journey.
Part 2. The Realization. The next morning, Tom goes to school. He looks tired. His eyes are heavy. His teacher, Mr. Smith, notices. "Tom," the teacher says, "you look sleepy. Did you study last night?" Tom looks down. He feels shy. "I tried," he says softly, "but I could not focus. I wasted my time again." Mr. Smith smiles kindly. He does not get angry. He sits beside Tom and says, "Tom, do you know the secret of success?" Tom shakes his head. He thinks the secret is talent or luck or maybe being very smart. But Mr. Smith says the secret is focus. Focus is power. Tom looks surprised. "Focus?" he asks. "Why focus?" The teacher explains, "Tom, imagine the sun. The sun gives light every day. But when you take a magnifying glass and hold it to one point, the light becomes fire. That is focus. One small point of strong focus is more powerful than hours of weak, distracted work." Tom listens carefully. These words feel new. They feel important. Mr. Smith continues, "If you focus for 1 hour, really focus, you can do more than 5 hours of weak, broken study. But if you keep looking at your phone, if you keep stopping, your work will never finish. Your dream will stay far away." Tom feels the words deep in his heart. He thinks about yesterday, about the wasted hours, about the empty page, about the heavy feeling of guilt. He remembers the sound of his phone, the noise of the street, the lost time. He whispers to himself, "Maybe this is true. Maybe focus is power." Mr. Smith puts a hand on Tom's shoulder. "Tom, you don't need to be the smartest student in class. You only need to train your mind. Focus for short times, 10 minutes, then 20, then more. Every day, grow stronger. Your brain is like a muscle. Focus is a skill. You can learn it." Tom's eyes become bright. For the first time, he feels hope. He thinks, "Maybe I can change. Maybe I can learn focus." That evening, Tom walks home slowly. The teacher's words play again and again in his mind. Focus is power. 1 hour of focus is more than 5 hours of distraction. He looks at the sky. He thinks of the sun and the magnifying glass. He imagines his dream, speaking English clearly, getting good grades, feeling proud. And he whispers, "I want that life. I want to change." Tom finally realizes something important. The problem is not his brain, not his ability, not his dream. The problem is his focus. If he learns to control his focus, he can control his future. This realization is small but powerful. It is the first step, the first light of change. And tomorrow, Tom will try. Part 3. The Change. The next day, Tom wakes up with a different feeling. He remembers Mr. Smith's words, "Focus is power." He thinks, "Today I will try. Even if it is hard, I will try." After school, Tom goes home. He eats his lunch, rests for a while, and then sits at his desk. His English book is in front of him. His phone is beside him. For a moment, he looks at the phone. His hand wants to touch it. His mind says, maybe one message, maybe one video. But then Tom shakes his head. He remembers the teacher's advice. Quickly, he takes the phone, walks to the next room, and puts it inside a drawer. He closes the door. He whispers to himself, "Not now, just 30 minutes. I can do 30 minutes."
Tom sits down again. The room feels quiet, too quiet. His brain wants to escape. After 5 minutes, his mind says, "This is boring. Let's take a break." He feels restless. His body moves. His hands want to open the drawer and take the phone. But Tom closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. "No," he says, "I promised myself. Just 30 minutes. I can do 30 minutes." He looks at the page again. Slowly, he starts to read. At first, the words look difficult, but he continues. 10 minutes pass. He writes a few notes. He underlines a few words. His brain still wants to run away, but he stays. 15 minutes pass. Tom feels a little better. He is surprised. He thinks, "I'm still here. I'm still studying. This is new." At 20 minutes, he feels tired again. He looks at the clock. "Only 10 minutes left," he whispers. "I can finish." The last 10 minutes feel long, but Tom fights. He pushes himself. He repeats the words. He finishes one small exercise in the book. And finally, 30 minutes are over. Tom drops his pen and smiles. He feels light. He feels proud. For the first time, he studied without his phone, without distraction, just 30 minutes of focus. But those 30 minutes feel powerful. They feel like a victory. He whispers, "I did it. I can focus. I can change." That night, Tom sleeps with a smile. His book has notes. His page is not empty anymore. And most importantly, his heart feels strong. Of course, Tom knows it is not the end. He knows tomorrow will be hard again. Distractions will come again. But now he has proof. He has shown himself focus is possible. It is only the beginning, a small beginning, but big changes always start small. And for Tom, this is the first step to a new life.
Part 4. The Result. The next morning, Tom wakes up feeling different. He remembers last night. He remembers the 30 minutes of focus. For the first time in a long time, he does not feel guilty. He does not feel weak. Instead, he feels proud. At school, the teacher asks the class a question from the English lesson. Tom knows the answer. He slowly raises his hand. His voice shakes a little, but he speaks. "The answer is," he says. The teacher smiles. "Correct, Tom. Well done." Tom's classmates look surprised. Usually, Tom stays quiet. Usually, he doesn't know the answer. But today, he does. And this small moment gives Tom something new: confidence. That evening, Tom sits again at his desk. The phone is in the drawer. The door is closed. He whispers, "Just 30 minutes again." It is still not easy. His mind still wants to run away, but now he knows he can do it. He finishes another exercise. He learns 5 new English words. Day after day, Tom repeats this habit: 30 minutes of pure focus. No phone, no noise, just work. Slowly, he starts to see the results. His book has more notes. His memory gets stronger. The lessons that felt impossible now feel clear. 1 week passes, then 2 weeks. Tom feels proud of his progress. He is not perfect. Sometimes he still gets distracted. Sometimes he still wastes time. But he always comes back. He always reminds himself, focus is power. I can do it. One day, Tom has an English test at school. Before, he always felt nervous. His hands would shake. His stomach felt heavy. But this time, he feels calmer. He studied. He prepared. He focused. When the teacher gives back the papers, Tom's heart beats fast. He looks at the grade. It is higher than before, much higher. A big smile spreads across his face. He cannot believe it. His focus gave him real results. At home, Tom shows the paper to his parents. They smile and say, "We are proud of you, Tom." Tom feels warm inside. He feels strong. He thinks, "This is not luck. This is focus. I worked for this." From that day, Tom's belief grows. Every day he trains his focus, just like training a muscle. Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 40, sometimes even an hour. He learns more English words. He understands grammar better. He answers questions in class with confidence. Most importantly, Tom feels different inside. He is no longer the boy who says, "I cannot focus." He is now the boy who says, "I can do it. I can learn. I can change my life." And all of this started with one small step. 30 minutes of focus.
Part 5. The Lesson for You. Tom's life slowly began to change. He was not the same boy anymore. He no longer said, "I cannot focus." Now he said, "I can do it. I can stay strong." His teacher noticed the change. His parents noticed the change. Even his friends noticed. One afternoon, Tom's friend David asked him, "How are you studying so well now? Before, you always got distracted. Now you finish your work. What happened?" Tom smiled and said, "I learned one simple secret. Focus is power. Distraction is weakness. When you focus, you win." David laughed. "But I can't focus. My phone always calls me. My mind is too busy." Tom nodded. "Yes, I was the same. At first it is hard. Your brain wants to escape. Your body feels restless. But you don't need to start big. Start small. Even 10 minutes of pure focus can change everything. 10 minutes today, then 15 tomorrow, then 20. Slowly, you get stronger." David thought about it. He realized Tom was right. And maybe you realize it too. Because Tom's story is not only Tom's story, it is also your story. How many times have you sat to learn English, but your phone rings? How many times have you said, "Just one video, just one message," and then wasted an hour? How many times have you felt guilty because you didn't finish your work? You see, Tom is not special. He is not smarter than you. He is not luckier than you. He is just like you. The only difference is he discovered the power of focus. And now the same lesson is waiting for you. Imagine this. Every day you give yourself 10 minutes of full focus on English. No phone, no noise, just you and your book, or you and a video like this. 10 minutes, that's all. If you do this every day, what will happen? Day by day, your brain will grow stronger. Your confidence will grow bigger. Soon, 10 minutes will become 20. 20 will become 30. And one day, you will look back and say, "Wow, I really improved. I really learned." This is the magic of focus. It doesn't happen in one day. It happens step by step, just like Tom. So the lesson is simple. Put away your distractions. Start small. Focus for just a short time every day. And never stop. Remember, distraction steals your dream. Focus builds your dream. Tom changed his life with focus, and so can you. So today, don't wait. Close your phone, open your book, give yourself 10 minutes. Because the moment you focus, your life begins to change. And maybe, one day soon, your story will inspire someone else, just like Tom's story inspires you today.